Hey friends, so behind me I have been collecting for probably the past month now some lily bulbs. Today is the day we're going to get them planted. I am behind, they are trying to grow in these bags. So it's a little windy. It was much windier. It's later in the afternoon now. The sun's going to start setting probably about half an hour or so. So this is my favourite time to come out in the garden. I work at night when I do work. I got tonight off. So I'm not one to come out in the morning and do morning harvest water and morning watering because I sleep in because I work at night. Anyway, so this is my time. I like to just pop around, get chores done out in the garden, and we're gonna get these planted. Like I've said, I've been collecting them, so I'll show you like the different types that I brought. They're all lilies. They're the only bulbs that we'll be planting today are lilies. Oh my goodness. They really are trying to grow in this bag. I'm just making sure that there's no spiders because we had a massive spider on the window that's just behind that. But yeah, we got some lilies. So I should start with a thumbnail. See, look at this. This is really trying to grow. I need to make sure not to snap it. I've never grown lilies. I've never planted a bulb, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I've planted a bulb before. I've done corns with the ranunculus, which I just harvested the first vase of ranunculus. I wasn't planning on filming. I was planning on doing this earlier. It got too windy, so I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to pop around and do some fun garden chores. I harvested the ranunculus, so we'll go inside and I'll show you that after. But then I was like, you know what, these need to get planted. I really want to do this on camera and share this journey with you all. So this is what they're looking like. They're not supposed to look like this when you plant them. They're supposed to be just this part and a little bit of roots. But this is trying to grow, the poor thing. Anywho, let's do the thumbnail. All right. Now, one thing I'm not decided on is, I just piled this up with the thumbnail, is am I going to keep them as the different colour and variety because the different bags have different amounts of bulbs. So this one here I actually purchased yesterday. So my local garden centre has new stock that they advertise. They had some that they had half price and they got another shipment in. So when I went there to get a half price one, they were all gone in the lid. They had dahlia bulbs. I'm not going to worry about dahlia bulbs. I do have dahlia plants growing in the grow lights with seeds. But this one has 4 bulbs, $15 from, yeah, my local garden centre, the Wildlife Garden Centre. These ones in this packaging. So I got this type that has 3 bulbs. I got from Bunnings in Port Lincoln. I love the thrilly edges. Just looks quite different like that. And then these ones I have 1 bulb and it's this nice deep purple in the middle, which I think is really, really pretty and unique. So there were 1 bulbs in this packet, but I got 1, 2, 3 of them. So 3 of those ones in total, like 3 bulbs, 3 packs, 3 bulbs. 1 bulb in each pack. So a total of 3 bulbs. I'm confusing myself. And now this one, which is this one I've just taken out to show you how they're growing. This nice orange one, 3 bulbs of that as well. And that was from my local, oh, I thought I had one from Wider 10. Maybe I didn't. I got stuff all down my shirt. And the last one, this one has 2 bulbs in this packet with the speckles. I think that was so pretty. Now on the clearance I had one with speckles like this, but it was like a pinky reddy tone, like pink and with red speckles. I mean, this one here is white with pink and pink speckles. But yes, I went there to go get the one on clearance, but they were sold out. But that's okay. The area where I want to plant them is right at the back. It is just pretty much grass and weeds. It's awful grass, not a nice grass. It's awful grass, but it's fine. It's very, very fine. So I think, I know the grass is going to overgrow where I'm going to plant these, but I'm hoping these will be strong enough to still come through, and the weeds I will keep pulling, but I can't tackle this grass no matter how much I try. I mean, I will try if I see it, but it's going to be too tough to pull it by hand. I've tried it because it's overtaking the banana tree, and I just use like a garden hoe and dig around the tree. But with these popping up everywhere, obviously I don't want to damage the plants, so I don't know. But it's all in shade now, so that's actually great that we're doing this now. But yeah, I don't know, do I want to plant them all together, or just, I'm even considering just chucking them in a bowl and mixing them up. That'd be good fun. And then that will be, if they do grow and bloom, it'll be spontaneous. Let's do that. I'm sure I got a bowl out here already. Alrighty, this is what I use when I do soil blocks. So I think we're just gonna chuck these all in here, mix them up, and then plant them. So it's gonna be like a roulette. I done this with sunflower seeds, except only one variety ended up germinating, and then it was just like randomly blotched around. I think I had 3 or 4 different varieties of sunflower seeds, and I think I done like 5 seeds of each, chucked them all in a container, and then I done it evenly, but yeah, only one variety grew, and I think we got 3 out of the 5. So it kind of looks silly in the end, but hopefully these grow. But they bloom in summer, and it does say plant from June onwards. Tomorrow's the last day of August, so all of July, all of August, I am a little bit behind. But I was also with my ranunculus, so I'm just pulling these out now. With my ranunculus is, look at it. I really hope these will grow. I might plant this material in the trench that I dig. Hang on. So we'll get these ones out. So I actually wonder if these have got to be sprouting already. This is what I brought yesterday, and I know it was their new stock. Oh yeah, they are. That's purple. Oh wow. One's like purple. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying, but we'll dig a trench. Oh no, the ranunculus. So I planted them in my in-ground bed, and then I waited like a month or 2. I still had ranunculus, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna have my other in-ground bed ready in time, so I will just plant them in ground, and they're performing the same. Although the ones in ground got planted, like the corms, got planted about, I would say probably closer to 5 weeks after the ones in ground. But I think as well, it's just the weather and the temperature, things play a big part like that, you know. This one is the speckle one. This is probably my favorite, to be honest, the orange speckle. Massive roots, but very little on the top there. I think that was 2. Yeah. Oh, this is a really nice favorite too. I just like the design on this one. Like that. Oh, wow, that's a bit disappointing. I mean, I don't know if it's going to affect the plant, but these bulbs are tiny. So I had 3. What was the one I just pulled out? I don't know. Maybe this one? So that was a 3. That one's, you see the size difference there? That's crazy. Hopefully they'll still perform. I mean, they're still well, aren't they? Hopefully they'll be alright. And these ones. These are really pretty too. I don't know which ones are my favorite now. This one's oh so small. So the Bunnings ones are much smaller. Oh, that's right, there's only one. So when I'm going to do this excess dirt stuff, I will chuck into this container, and we'll dig a trench. planted. They're all very small from Bunnings, aren't they? Okay. Alright, well, I'm at the back here. And I left the gloves up there, but that's fine. The sun is bright. It is setting though. Soon it'll be past the old broken shed. And it shouldn't be in my eyes. But at least this area is in the shade for the most part. Oof. I'm just blind. Okay, so we got our orange tree. Orange tree is going to go soon. And I haven't finished. So this is the grass. This is the grass. It's very fine, but it's very annoying and invasive. Ow! Invasive, so I'm still going to trim all of it up there. But the fact it's fine is giving me hope. And this is along the fence line. I'm not going to go right up on the fence, but I do want to go behind this banana. And you can see the grass constantly comes back through here, which I'm always ripping up. But it is tough to rip it up by hand. They're supposed to be buried about 20 centimeters deep, so I think I'm just going to just do a straight line. I don't know how far across. I don't know, 5 centimeters across. I should double check. I need to get my gloves anyway. I will check what the packet says when I get my gloves. And we'll just get to digging. So as you could tell, once again, it was quite windy this day. I did say that the wind has died down, which it did compared to what it was earlier in this day, but it was still pretty windy and too windy and annoying to film. So I just thought I'm just going to set the camera up and just speed it up, and I'll just talk my thoughts now while I'm editing. So when I was digging, there was some weird like bugs looking things. I don't know what they were. They looked weird. There is a lot of weird bugs I've noticed, more so this spring. Now, I don't know if it's because I have been slowly working on my garden and doing new soils and plants and whatnot throughout the seasons, but there's a lot of weird bugs hanging around. Here as well is a good angle to see on how invasive and annoying and deep this grass goes. It's like one of those runner grasses. I don't know, but this soil seems to be okay. A lot of other plants have grown very well in this soil, so I'm hoping it grows okay for our lily bulbs. So I'm just putting it down, and realistically I should have went deeper. I thought while digging, I'm like, yep, that's good enough. The wind and the flies were a little annoying this day, okay, but looking back, and even just after I did do this, the planting, I kind of stepped back and I'm like, maybe I should have went deeper. And I've watered it in a couple of times now, and I would say probably about half. So in total there's 15 bulbs. There's 5 different varieties and 15 bulbs. So I'm just setting them in, obviously root side down, and trying to tuck the roots in between the loose soil so like the roots aren't flipping up. We don't want that coming up at all. So you can see me just tucking it in there. But yeah, there's 15 bulbs, and I haven't counted them actually. Maybe I should have counted. I'd probably say 6, 7, maybe even 8 of them are coming through the soil. Now that could be with watering the soil. The soil is quite loose, so obviously the soil level is going to be dropping. I do add in just regular potting mix coming up now. So that was just the soil from the bags that came with these bulbs, and now I'm just tipping in the potting mix. So that could be a thing, or maybe they actually are growing. I do think it's more so the soil dropping because it is just so loose and fine. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep an eye on it. They're still little baby plants. And this, like I said, this is my first time growing bulbs and first time growing lilies of any kind. And also growing in an area that's already kind of overrun by this weedy, grassy stuff, annoyance. Also, when it comes to watering, it said on the packets on both of the brands to water well in summer. I'm watering it in now, and I have watered it every second to third day. I don't want to overwater these bulbs and make them rot. But yeah, I still need to do some proper research on how much water I should be giving them while they are growing. Alright, so I just put some Charlie Carp on it because I don't have any other fertilizer. This is a liquid fertilizer. I think they'll be okay. I'm not going to do mulch or anything because I know this awful grass, it will grow and it's going to grow well now. But yeah, there's one piece, the biggest one is poking out. I don't know if you can see that. Just here is poking out, and a little bit on the purple there. I'll be checking on it daily. I'll be watering them in daily, I would assume. It just says on, like, again, the packets water well in summer. I don't know, I have to do more research online about these flowers, these plants, but I can tell obviously by the different soil where they planted, it shouldn't take long for them to sprout all the way up to the top. Yeah, I'll do some research about watering, and yeah, I'm not going to worry about mulch because it's the grass is just, the grass will end up becoming a natural mulch for it anyway. So, and if this fails, if the weed pressure is too strong and it fails, it's okay. Then I'm just learning. I'm talking this up to learn experience. Every time I try something new, it's a learning experience. Just like these snow peas, that's a learning experience, and I thought I had it this year, but I don't. I might be pulling them soon. So the snow peas look great, and they have been great and delicious, and they're growing great, and I'm harvesting a few handfuls daily, but the trellis is too weak and too short. These grew higher than what I am, so they should all be up nice and tall and straight. But oh, look at this, actually. This one is going to seed. These peas in here are way too big, so if this capped and burst open, it would have went to seed and the plant would have started to die. Oh, I got it, that's the compost bin. So I'm not going to harvest them today. They're still growing, they're still being great. It's just not the prettiest with all of these bits bent over and snapping. It's like this right along the whole trellis line. Even down here, it's just not enough support. All of this excess should be up nice and high and straight, but it's not, which is fine. But you can just kind of tell these, it's not doing too good for the plants. I mean, they're still producing. As long as they're producing, I'll keep it. But I have noticed the flowers, maybe it's the temperature, the flowers is very minimal. So that's another thing. If I don't see many flowers, that's not then going to produce snow peas. I don't know. But, and some of these snow peas are producing really poorly. See right here, this piece of plant, this is dying, probably because of the snap up in there. So the plant is signaling what it has to just turn to seed. So this pod's not growing, it's just trying to get these seeds to grow to then reproduce itself. And obviously this part of the plant is just, it's dying because it snapped. Missed. So yeah, not the prettiest, but still an incredible amount of fruit and things. Anyway, I got other chores to do while the sun is starting to set now. But yeah, that is all for today's video. I'm glad we got all of these planted in the ground finally. I was worried seeing on how much they were sprouting in these plastics. It was going to end up like my garlic last year, if you saw that. So by the time I got around to planting the garlic, it was already sprouting. It was starting to rot and mold. I didn't notice any rot or mold, soft spots, anything like that on any of them. It was just sprouting, so I think we're in the clear, hopefully. But glad we done It was hard work for what, 5 minutes digging that trench? Didn't take long. And like I was trying to say as I was walking back, if it doesn't work, it's a learning experience. I mean, it might not work maybe due to lack of water or lack of fertilizer, not necessarily the weed crusher. We just have to, it's a waiting game. It's planted, we'll just see if the plant will grow. The plant wants to grow. It was trying to grow in these plastic bags that were just sitting undercover on our little outdoor miscellaneous workbench. So yeah, we know they want to grow. We'll just see if it's going to be happy in its new home, which you'd think that's a lot happier than plastic. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. It'll be fun to see how quickly they grow. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks, bye.